Peggy 16.
Nicola the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal.
Now, what is that she's pulling, or he's pulling? I'm assuming that was America, though.
An affair from which gold arose.
There they are. Yep. It's like it's
And
supposed
so
to be
too
America.
was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen.
Things are huge. These wicker men.
One that could never be put to stop. A purge without grace or honor. The tyranny of Mesmer's flame.
Damn, this shit's cool. What a fucking boss. I mean, for Mesmer. I hope these bosses are hard, dude. I want them to be challenging. Miyazaki was capping saying, like, I don't know if we can get a boss as hard as Melania, but we'll see. Mesmer's still strong, he says. It's just, we don't know if he'll be as hard as...
And so kindly Nicola would abandon everything.
I think he's lying, though. Like he usually does. These are going to be our graces
His
in this
golden flesh.
These
His
moon-shaped
blinding strength.
green things are like our graces in this one.
Even his fate. But we are not to do it. We choose to follow.
These are the NPCs we're going to make. I'm assuming.
Will you walk with us?
I should have turned the... We're going to rewatch that with the closed captions because it's hard to hear them on the audio. I don't know who it is talking either. It might be one of the NPCs we meet in this DLC. Miyazaki pointed out we're going to be meeting a bunch of different people here. And they're like devotees to Nicola, a lot of them. So that's who I assume those people are at the end of that trailer. I saw a little bit of this at work, this trailer, earlier in the day. And I was going to come home and just stream my reaction to it, but I couldn't because there were people working on my stuff. I forgot there was people scheduled to work on my stuff. They're doing, they're fixing it. So I wasn't able to come home because I wouldn't have been able to get into my home with that going on. But yeah, I saw a little bit of it on my phone. And so I understand. None of this was a surprise to me. Well, just now watching it. But it's much better to see on a bigger screen now that I'm at my computer. We're going to go back through that too with the closed caption on it. I'm going to comment on some of the stuff being shown.
Peggy 16.
I want to break it down for myself.
Nicola the Kind spoke of the beginning.
Okay, let's pause. This is supposedly Marika's arm. I'm going to assume this is Marika's arm. The bracelets would seem to indicate that it's her arm. And she's pulling something from whatever this is. This looks like God skin, actually. It's really white and, foldy like the God skin shit. So Whoever this is, I'm assuming they're related to the god skin order or religion. Therefore, the Glowmite Queen. So this might be the Glowmite Queen herself. That I assume she dressed just like her disciples and her nobles. This might actually be the Glowmite Queen. I was noticing this when I was watching it earlier today. It makes a lot of sense.
The seduction and the betrayal.
What she's pulling from her, I think I have an idea after watching this multiple times. Here she's walking over what looks to be a bunch of bloody, it might be bodies or just the landscape itself, which is covered in blood.
An affair from which gold arose.
I noticed something in this landscape, actually. It's not natural. Or at least the site that she's at, it doesn't look right. Look at all this stuff. It's all mired in red. Oh, what the fuck? I can't see my screen anymore. One second, I'm gonna close whatever this is. Oh my god. Go home. Go home. Go home. I hope I'm still streaming. I can't see what my screen is showing now. My stupid app went somewhere. It says I'm still streaming. But I can't see what the hell is showing. That's gonna be annoying. I accidentally clicked one of these stupid features. Oh, is this show? No, it's not showing. Is it? God damn it. This is the first time this has ever happened. Where I'm in another screen completely. Thought it was in my studio. Let me go back to the studio. Yeah, my scenes. Get me out of here. No, I don't want to look at this anymore. Shit. Oh, I found a new feature of my app now, so I can just use that next time. I don't know why this is here. I just want to go to my studio. Okay, there we're back. We're back now. Okay. Oh, Jesus. That was annoying. All right, anyway, yeah. Now I can't see my chat, though. Now I can. I can see it now. All right, we're good. Anyway, yeah. There's all this landscape right here. Well, it's kind of uncanny because it looks like there's a bunch of dead bodies hanging off of this landscape. So it's probably a pile of bodies. If I were the wager, yeah, these are bodies. These aren't really land. They're piled bodies and body parts. It's pretty fucked up.
So too
This is
was
quite the
Shadow
battle.
born.
This is apparently talking about
What followed?
how America even came to power in the battle she had before that. So it seemed like we already know that she fought not her specifically. Malekith fought the Glowmite Queen, but she came to claim the victory, I guess, in the aftermath.
Was a war unseen.
Oh yeah, I didn't mention she's holding something in her hand, and it seems to be this is what she pulled from who I assume is the Glowmite Queen at this point. Um, it's a rune. It's the Elden ring basically. She pulled. She put together the Elden ring, but she removed the rune of death. Yeah, that's just the rune of death she has, not the entire Elden ring. She has the rune of death, is what I'm gonna assume. She plucked it away, and she's claiming victory over it. And because we know she seals it away later, so no one can die, and the Golden Order can just exist. They can persist eternally. Nobody from the lineage will die, and that's how the Golden Order got started. Going by the item descriptions we have in the game, it started right after that.
And so too was Shadow born. What followed
And
was
I have a new
war.
theory now. I have a new theory. I used to think Melina was actually the daughter of Marika. And I also, at the same time, I thought Melina was the Glowmite Queen because of this. The frenzied flame ending seems to indicate that she is related in some way to the Glowmite Queen. But now I'm thinking that the Glowmite Queen was not Marika's daughter. It doesn't seem to make sense at this point. And I also forgot to note that, the Glowmite Queen was an Empyrean. I didn't know that until I went and reread some stuff about her in the item descriptions I had in my other file. The Glowmite Queen is an Empyrean. So it's not said that Marika had another Empyrean somewhere. So I'm assuming that Melina is not her daughter if she is the Glowmite Queen. I'm assuming the Glowmite Queen is actually just Marika's sister. They're like twins or something. That's what I'm assuming. At this point, the Glowmite Queen was just a sibling counterpart to Marika. And she defeated her. And that's what, that's what that's about. But Melina was reborn from the Glowmite Queen after she perished. She was just reborn at the foot of the Erdtree with no memories, but seemingly a non-oppositional stance, I guess, is what I should say. She wasn't really opposed to Marika anymore after getting reborn as Melina. I don't know. Anyway, we'll click through the rest of this. I had to get situated. Wasn't comfortable sitting. Look at these giant ass wicker men. Those are actual bodies in those things. I guess they use the souls of the burnt people as like a golem-esque type of fueling system. I don't know. It's pretty macabre though. But as we already know from the interview, these are burning bodies in there. In those wicker men. That's a lot of dead people. Look how big it is. It's almost bigger than the actual drains. Those fucking wicker men. They're towering over castles. There's Mesmer. Well, let me get a good shot of Mesmer. Okay. It looks like that's supposed to be Mesmer. We see the snakes coming off of him. He's very blasphemous, yes. Which makes me think he's not serving Marika. This seems, I don't know. It doesn't seem to make sense if he's serving America. And then we know that he was banished to this place or sealed off from the rest of the lands between. So I definitely don't think he was serving America.
The tyranny of restless flame.
This figure in the fire,
Flame.
I don't know.
The tyranny.
I'm having a hard time figuring out who this is supposed to be. It might be a new person we just don't know about yet. They look like a woman though. They have a veil. They seem to even be barefoot. I think that's their feet.
Of restless flame.
And they're holding something. Holding a long, or maybe that might be a scarf. I guess. It's like they're, I don't know what they're doing when they're holding it out though.
Of restless flame.
I love the lion dance. It's so cool looking. Mesmer looks so much cooler in this scene. Although, was he always this color? He's kind of pale in the actual gameplay trailer. So I don't know, something must have happened to him. Let me make sure. He's very normal flesh color, healthy flesh color here. I mean, for white people. I mean, yeah, that's a healthy white color, I guess. I mean, because flesh color is not necessarily white. It can everybody's flesh is different color. But I'm saying, he doesn't look like he's some zomboid. That's what I'm trying to say. He looked kind of pale in the trailer. Let me go make sure I saw that right in the other trailer. Yeah, here. Okay. Yeah, Smoketown, we're going to look at something of his
Hello,
later.
everyone. Welcome back to another video. If you do not know me, my name is
These are some people I wanted to hear talk about the DLC. Once I don't even know who this is. I just know she had a video talking a bit about the shit, and I was curious. I know who Smoketown is though, so I can rely on that. If he made a thing, I don't think he made a thing though. I just wanted to check if he did. He has not yet. He doesn't upload frequently, so I guess I'm not surprised. But what we're gonna do is look up the original trailer, the gameplay trailer, Shadow of the Erdtree trailer. Maybe we'll show the original. No, Asmongold reacted. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree official gameplay. This is the one I'm talking about. Yeah, what did he look like in this again? Should have skipped ahead. Yeah, we just saw this. It looks cool even in gameplay. That's gonna be a fun boss fight, dude. I can't wait to fight it.
Mother,
Okay. Okay, he was normal color. For some reason, I remember him wrong. I thought he was like some zombie color. But okay. Let's get back.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
Let's look at the background here right quick.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
Okay, nothing too unique here. This is the field we saw Mikula painted in, or there might be an actual in-game graphic that they just did a bunch of visual illumination to. But yeah, we saw in the original poster for the DLC that Mikula was riding Torrent through this area. So okay, this is going to be an area in the shadow realm, I guess is what we'll call it. We saw. I think we saw this area in the daytime, and I think there was like some crucible aspect hippopotamus that showed up here, but I might be wrong.
His golden flesh, his blinding strength,
Talk about Mikula there.
even his fate.
And I caught this as well, and people have mentioned it. But this is likely a reference to Saint Trina. Which, yeah, it was, I wouldn't be surprised. It's all purple highlight. And this was apparently one of the fates of Mikula that he, put behind himself to go here, apparently, to this shadow realm.
But we are not to do.
Yeah, these look like they're gonna be the new Graces, because like Miyazaki even hinted at the fact that we're gonna be following Graces, but they're not gonna be. They're not gonna exactly be Marika's Graces. They're following Mikula's footsteps, is how he put it. So these are Mikula's footsteps. This is what he means, and they're gonna be acting as our Grace. And obviously, I guess they wouldn't look the same as Marika's. So this is what they look like here. Look at all the NPCs will be. I'm assuming these are going to be actual characters with the wardrobe, these unique wardrobes. And this is the monk we saw in the trailer. I hope he's cool, but I'm totally going to have to kill him for his gear though. Sadly. Or maybe I'll just get it through like some quest. Maybe someone will sell it to me. Because I know, I'm able to get like, you are able to get some NPCs clothes without them dying. Though typically they do die. Because I guess most of the characters' wardrobe that I have gotten, I got it from their dead bodies. So I don't think there'll be a happy ending for most of these NPCs if I want their armor. I'm seeing some winners here too, man. The monk build already caught my eye because this is in the other trailer. But yeah, I like this helmet with the little top knot type thing, ponytail. I like the green armor here. I think that's green. I usually don't wear heavy armor in these games. If it looks good, though, I will. Exactly 1 month away. Because today is the 21st. I guess that's why they decided to show the trailer today. Clever FromSoft. Apparently there was some other premieres today from Square, but who cares? You dropping some reveal on a day of a FromSoft game? Get out of here! I don't even care anymore. At that point, I mean that's just me. That's just how I feel. But I wouldn't be surprised that a lot of other people would have the same sentiment. All right, I'm gonna put the game on, but I'm gonna be listening to some people talk about it in the background. I guess we'll listen to this one I pointed out first. She seems to have some theories, I guess. But yeah. Pull up my controller in, and I'll start that in the background. Here's my controller. Man, I wish I started earlier. I'm really tired, but I wanted to make an attempt in Elden Ring today, and I also wanted to make an attempt at Hades. It's like you can't play that game offline because then you're gonna miss all the story stuff, the reactions to these new characters. Like I wanna be able to, record that. But anyway, and put it on something. But anyway.
It's been about 8, maybe 9 hours since the Shadow of the Erdtree cinematic trailer dropped, but I was at work and I was off, so now I can sit down,
I was at work.
finally watch it. I'm going through my second playthrough of Elden Ring at this very moment. I just started yesterday to prep for the DLC, so I'm doing that on stream if anyone's interested. I'm going to like a Lord run for strength and faith, but I told myself that I was going to avoid things about this DLC. And then I sat down and I really thought about it, and I feel like even though I personally think I have a very baseline understanding of the lore here, I still think it would be fun to watch and theorize, because while I know a bunch of characters, I know a lot about the environment, I know a lot about the historical events from Elden Ring, I know about them in isolation. I don't really partake in the lore part of the FromSoft community.
That's the most fun part. And getting into arguments with people over
the community. So while I have very isolated understanding of things, I don't have the connectivity.
I've been arguing with people online before I started.
This would be
That's why I started so late.
Fun to sit down and watch and see exactly what even I can pick out.
I just got to call out how wrong they are.
With a very baseline knowledge of what is going on. So
I love having these arguments about this game. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Or the release of this DLC. I'm just gonna sit down and watch the cinematic. I probably also need to watch the gameplay trailer. I don't think
you didn't even watch the game trailer?
We might be watching 2 trailers now that I really think about it. But I'm gonna start with the cinematic.
What the fuck? I didn't sit back down.
So, let's jump straight into the cinematic for Shadow of the Erdtree.
Fuck.
Okay, to make this easy, we're gonna watch it once, and then we're gonna go back and pick out things that look important to me.
That's what I did. That's wise.
Nicola the Kind spoke of the beginning.
Okay. Well, I like her style. Makes sense.
The seduction and the betrayal.
Oh, what was that? Okay, Queen Mary.
I guess she was. Oh yeah, she pulled the thing out of the
That's not Nicola, it's
the
Mary.
body. That is gross, I guess.
Oh, the birth of the Golden Order.
She thought it was Mikola. I thought it was Mikola too at
And
first.
so too was
Then I noticed they're
Shadowborn.
much bigger.
It's all bodies, but it looks like the base of the Erdtree.
What followed was a war
Oh,
unseen.
that's a good point. Yeah, the Erdtree's made of dead bodies.
Ooh, I've seen photos of those big things
Or what they
on the internet.
put the Erdtree over. The foundation.
Mesmer. Everyone on the internet listening to mine trying to figure him out already.
Showing that over the village shot of the Mesmer's goated.
Lion dancers. Everyone loves them.
I do. That looks like a sick boss. Can't wait to fight it. You take their power. They have lightning powers.
That's an epic shot right there. Oh, his spear amongst the impaled. Oh, and like golden sap coming in. Either going into the tree or coming down from the tree.
I think it's
And
going
so
in, but some of
kindly
it's
Nicola
overflowing.
would abandon
Because
everything.
it's messy. It's a messy process to turn that tree into the Erdtree.
His golden flesh, his blinding strength,
Oh, you son of a bitch.
even his fate.
Oh, I love that shot.
This ain't tree a shot. That's what she saw. Yeah, that's a nice shot. The trailer is very well made.
We choose to believe.
Like, this has some of the best visual presentation compared to a lot of trailers. Very distinct.
Oh, that was epic. Are we done? Maybe there's something. Maybe there's something. Maybe there's something else.
Very poetic type of imagery.
Golden some. Alright. I noticed a lot of things, but the best way to do this is probably to go bit by bit.
Yeah.
Like everyone on the internet does when they do a trailer breakdown. Y'all know how this goes. I'm sure you've seen like 20 of these by now.
It's normal.
But thank you for watching mine. This is obviously America. I recognize the bracelet when she's walking away,
it's the
going up the
bracelet.
stairs.
Gives it away.
Not only is her hair much longer than Nicola's, but also you can kind of see the detailing of the robe that she wears.
Yeah, the black one.
That's not a good shot of it. There's like, or maybe I was just seeing her hair. You can kind of see this like little golden detail, and there we go, in the robe that she wears.
So she doesn't wear a
I'm
black
gonna go
robe.
back to this though.
That's just what
She
some
is pulling.
fan
They
makers
look
do.
like hair, but golden strands. Maybe they are hair.
No, that's just how the Elden ring or the
They
runes
look
look.
like hair.
They do look like hair, but it's like it's a rune effect.
She's pulling
I know what
golden
she's talking
hair out of...
You see it in the original trailer of Elden Ring where you're hammering or not you, but
Okay.
but Radigan
I'm
or
not...
America are
I don't know
hammering
if that's a head
the Elden Ring, and there's strands
or
coming
a
off with a hammer.
stomach.
That's just how the runes. It's a rune effect.
It's either a bald head or a pregnant stomach.
But she's talking about
Or
the
maybe
thing.
it's like a...
The thing being
I don't
pulled out.
know. I'm thinking of like the amber egg, even though this obviously isn't amber.
I don't think
that
they're
would make no
pregnant.
sense. Could also be one of the like
It's just a room being pulled out.
silken moth eggs that we see around the Erdtree. So maybe that's a Nicola reference. But no, this kind of looks more like a pregnant stomach, to be honest.
She's not pregnant.
Okay.
That's not it. She's just pulling the rune
There
out
was
of
a
the
great betrayal that led to
The death rune.
creation
I'm assuming
of
it's the death
Golden, or the creation of gold, the birth of gold. When I first saw this, I thought this was rot. This is not rot.
I mean, that's a
That is
good
a rib cage.
guess too, but it's not.
This is just flesh.
Yeah, it's just
Like
flesh.
just gooey flesh. This is not rot.
It's bodies.
These are just skinned
The
bodies.
fair for which gold arose.
These are just skinned bodies.
And
I'm sure so many other people would point this out because it's such an interesting point in Elden Ring lore that I feel like we don't have that much detail about, but it's so interesting. And that's obviously the God skins, the God hunt,
Yeah.
the glow
It
mine
seems that
queen.
this is God skin
Everyone's like,
relevant.
oh, America's the
She
glow
caught
mine
it.
queen, Ronnie's the glow mine
She's smart.
queen, Melena, is that her name? Melena. Your maiden is the glow mine queen, which
Yeah.
that one holds some water because I do
Yeah.
know the end of the Frenzy Flame ending, she opens her eye and she has like the
Yeah.
glow eye. Like, there's an obvious reference there, but I don't fall into any of those theories because I am always hoping when it comes to FromSoft, when they do a reference to a character, that it is a brand new character and not in some way, especially when it comes to Elden Ring. When it comes to Elden Ring, you know, when you first start, you think America and Radigan are two different people, and they kind of are, but they kind of aren't. You have the whole question about Saint Trina, you find out it's just Nicola. There's a lot of references of you thinking people are different entities and then they end up being the same. I'm hoping that's not
Well, this
the
is
case with
about her
Glow
being
Queen,
another
especially
person,
if this is an
the same
actual
person as
reference
someone else.
to the
Not about being
God
too different.
skins and the God hunt, which would be extremely interesting because we don't know a lot about what happened during that time. So if it took place not in the lands between, but in the shadow, that, what do we call this place? Someone tell me. I'm going to keep calling it the shadow until someone who knows more about the current lore tells me what to call it. I'm going to call it the shadow, the lands of the shadow, whatever. It would be interesting if for some reason it happened in the shadow.
Land of Shadows.
And you know what? That hits on another thing. What I do remember about the birth of the Golden Order is, and someone correct me when and if I'm wrong, and I say when because it's definitely going to happen at some point.
Oh, I'll do it.
The Glow-Eyed Queen was killed by...
We don't know if they died, actually.
Oh my god, now I'm getting everyone's name. Malekith.
But I guess we're getting a confirmation they did get killed.
The Glow-Eyed Queen was killed by Malekith on
It's only said they were defeated. Never said they were killed, but I guess you could say they were.
And being able to do that allowed America to create the Golden Order.
Yeah, that's it. She's
so
right.
These two events, are they tied together is my question. Because right here, the narrator is saying, oh, there was a great betrayal that led to America creating the Golden Order. Gold was born or whatever. But then we also have that other piece of lore that I may be misremembering of the Glow-Eyed Queen's death being directly related to the birth of the Golden Order.
Yeah.
So...
I think that's it.
Let me hear this one more time. There was
that's
something
what they're
about the
talking about.
seduction.
It doesn't really contradict it.
Why am I doing this without my headphones?
And the betrayal.
Yes, the
The
Glow-Eyed
seduction
Queen.
and the betrayal.
So it's about that
Could be
exact
the
thing.
seduction of power, and then if this is somehow a reference to the Glow-Eyed Queen,
Yeah.
a betrayal, because they both are imperious, correct?
Yep. She caught it.
Yeah. The betrayal is the affair. It's also interesting how they kind of created a rune arc that I keep wanting to call them hairs. Because that's kind of
looks
what
like a
they
rune
feel
arc.
like in some
It's supposed to be the rune of death.
Oh, also the clouds.
I believe.
They do look like Melena. I'm not gonna remember that girl's name. I'm gonna call her the maiden until further notice, okay? Because there's too many names. They all
Well,
sound
that's
the
her
same.
name, Melanie.
Thank you,
You said
George
it.
R. R. Martin.
You said it right.
They look like her eyes. They do. And also, this looks exactly like, or is a reference to the opening of the base of the Erdtree where you go in to fight Dragon and the Elden Beast. And it's also completely made of skinned corpses.
Yep.
It's completely made of skinned corpses, which also looks like when you go into the dungeons and
put it
you
on something
find
I
the roots
didn't
of the
even know.
tree, which has always been unsettling to me. The roots of those trees are just corpses. Okay. Back to a previous thought that I had before I got off track looking at the scenery. America and the Glow-Eyed Queen are... I think the Glow-Eyed Queen is confirmed to be an Empyrean.
Yeah, she is in the
They
game.
would have to have been related, which falls into the theory that people had about the Glow-Eyed Queen being America, being the Maiden, or being Ronnie, something in that vein. But with me hoping that the Glow-Eyed Queen is a new character, what if they were sisters?
Yeah.
Even better.
That's what I think.
What if they were twins?
I think they were sisters.
Okay, because speaking general genetics here, twins
She's
are a
pretty
trait
smart.
that is carried down through the maternal line, correct?
I might subscribe.
So, it's obviously a trait that is very prominent in America's bloodline because she had Morg and Morgoth, these names all sound the same. She had Morg and Morgoth through Godfrey. And then she had Mikola and Melania through Radian. So the gene to have twins comes from America's bloodline. And even though we could just chop it up to, oh, America and the Glow-Eyed Queen in theory could be sisters, it would be so much more interesting if they were twins. And here's why. If for whatever reason, because America herself is obviously very special, she's a creator. If she had a twin who in some ways carried the same traits as her, and she sacrificed her twin, who in my mind is also this golden-haired beauty, which could explain the strands of gold, if she sacrificed her twin to create the Golden Order,
Sounds like it.
Could be interesting. These are just my wild theories, okay? Y'all can debate in the comments about it. Feel free. I hope you do. Okay. I had just finished recording. I was literally editing this video that I can put it out in like the next hour, but then I thought about something. If I am right, and America and the Glow-Eyed Queen are twins, we might actually have an answer as to why the twins born in America, both sets, are cursed. One are omens, the other ones have been cursed by outer gods, and I think in some people's theories, and I'm not saying their theories are wrong, because mine can definitely be wrong, I'm not quite sure if there's any theory as to why Moog and Morgoth are born as omens, but there are theories as to why Mikkel and Melania are cursed by outer gods, and that has something to do with the fact that they were born of Melania and Radigan when they are combined as one, which is not incesty, but if you
she has the same theory that I have, that America and Radigan were not always combined.
So maybe having a child born, a god born of one body, demigod born of one body.
Because some people don't even accept that.
However, what if both sets of America's twins are cursed because she killed her own twin? Okay, that's just, I had to get that out there. I had to put my stamp on it just in case.
No, because then we know about Godwin.
Okay,
Godwin was normal. He wasn't cursed.
But I wanted to put that out there because the moment I thought about it, I was like, I need to say this and get this off my chest. Okay, continue on with the video.
Yeah, it wouldn't explain Godwin at all.
This is Mesmer laying siege
But I don't
to
know.
a city. Why he's doing it, I do not know. But he's super cool. He's obviously a reference to Vlad the Impaler, because I know some of his character art says Mesmer the Impaler.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of reference to dragons, which is also cool because Vlad the Impaler, the actual guy, what is his full name?
Yeah, he's from the Order of the Dragons or whatever.
His family crest, if I'm remembering correctly, is a dragon.
Yeah,
or
that's
that
true.
is the crest that he took upon himself. But anyway, Vlad the Impaler is directly related to the symbolism of a dragon. So Mesmer is really cool. He's obviously a direct reference. The way that his flames move is very snake-like. Obviously, he has snakes that are around him. Like, they're just attached to his body, they look like. But they also have wings. So it's both a snake and a dragon reference. And he has snake eyes, which may pull into the God-Killing Snake in some way.
Yeah,
I'm not
dragon
sure
chameleon
how.
eyes is what
The
they look
game
like.
will tell us. Sorry, I have the hiccups. That's why I keep pausing.
So just more dragon reference.
The terror.
This is obviously important. That weapon, that like curved spiral spear, looks so familiar, and I'm sure someone else feels this way. It looks familiar, but I can't place it. I don't know where this is from, but I can swear up and down I've seen something like this before. It feels like deja vu. It's like I see you, but I don't know where you're from. That's obviously a woman who is holding it. She kind of looks like a god. She kind of, no, she doesn't look like a tall god skin. It's just a woman in a very flowy cape. Or a flowy hood. I don't know, but I like
Yeah,
the
she's talking about the
spear.
woman in the fire.
Of Mesmer's flame.
And whoever this is looks very cool, even though they're dead. The line dancers everyone's been losing their mind about.
Yeah,
I
they look
thought the
sick.
line dancers were going to be in league with Mesmer, but they obviously were not because the line dancers just ripping apart what looks like Mesmer's people, and then Mesmer just hits them with the flames. His flames are so interesting too. They take on a life of their own.
They have darkness in
There's
them.
something moving within them.
They're-
And I love that.
They have like the dark
I
soul.
love this shot. I want to make this shot my background. His spear amongst the impaled bodies. Gold either seeping in or dripping out from the tree. And then we get to Nicola, who
Golden flesh.
I don't have as many questions about as most people, I feel like. Nicola! Even though I wonder why he chose to do this. That, you know, that's going to be my big question.
Well, according to Miyazaki, he followed
your godhood.
So apparently America went in there.
Go into the shadow.
At some
like,
point.
leave behind your body. Probably for the best because we know what happened to his body. Moog got his hands on it and decided to be a creep.
Yeah, sick fuck. Fuck Moog.
But why do this? What is your purpose here? I love these stakes. I'm guessing they're our new side of grace because we don't have grace in the Erdtree, so I guess we're going to travel by the grace of Nicola. And I also really enjoy this shot here of
the characters.
I guess they're our new homies. These are our new friends. They're obviously following Nicola.
Yeah.
They're tarnished.
Miyazaki hard confirmed this in the interview.
They look really cool. I would like for them to be friends.
Months
I
ago.
love everything that's going on in the background there, the cityscapes, the towers, the aqueducts. It's a bridge and an aqueduct probably. I want to jump into this so bad. And I love the way the tree is veiled. And I don't know why. Someone else probably has lore on why the tree is veiled, but I love the veil
that was noted in the original trailer. We saw
you know what? That kind of makes sense. This is a shadow, well, we can't even call that the Erdtree. My apologies. This is the shadow. We're technically underneath the veil. That's really cool, actually. Now that I think a little bit more about the wording of that. So yeah, I probably need to watch the gameplay trailer because I don't know if there's any lore in that.
There is. There's more lore than in that trailer.
I don't think I've seen photos, obviously. I know Mesmer is, and the lion dancers.
There's
so much here, and I'm really hoping that the things I think are references to the Godskins are actual references to the Godskins and the Glowmite Queen, because that's like the one piece of lore that I'm like, where do you fit? Where do you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? And until proven wrong, which will likely be very early on upon this release because people speed through this and then immediately tell everyone what's going on.
To the Glowmite Queen.
I'm hoping, just for the sake of drama, that this great betrayal that founded the Golden Order
I'm just saying it.
was the Imperium, the Eternal America, killing her queen, having her sister kill the Glowmite Queen. That would be so interesting. This does. Okay. I said my piece about this. I feel like if I talk too long, I'm going to start talking in circles. I do want to see the gameplay trailer now and see exactly where fits what.
Okay, so
let's go ahead and move over to that.
Peggy 16.
It is a long
Same as before, let's watch.
Okay, she's watching it. Good. I'm glad she did.
Pure and radiant. He wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
No, Torrent. I'm just in awe of that veil.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill.
These are our friends we saw earlier.
Some of them, yeah. Some of the people who show up in that trailer.
Looks Karian. He's really important. We got Pots. Love Pot.
She loves pop. Speaking of pop, I had something relevant to it. It's an edible though. Was it blazing it up?
Okay, I like this dude. I do. Got a lot going on though.
Mother, it's truly lordship something. So bereft of life.
Okay, Shakespeare.
That seems like a hard confirmed America is his mom. And Miyazaki confirms it in that interview, so yeah.
has some feet movement.
I presume you, too, are keen to know.
You got some people who don't even remember that.
I was just talking about that.
Like, talk,
Sir, why are
saying
you
that
here,
this is
child? Ew, pretty fun.
Bitch.
Those strips
Oh my god.
of gold shadow death.
Come now. Hopefully with it all, I've traveled to the realm of shadow.
Okay.
Maybe meet again.
Hope she goes over this one.
Was that supposed to be Nicola that was speaking to us?
Probably was. I
I
think it
know
was.
Nicola's a boy, but he's also a very feminine boy. That could have been a...
I mean, he is a little boy.
Okay.
Try clean the hearts of men.
Alright, so obviously, I'm probably going to breeze through this one because there's only a couple of points that I found. I find all of it interesting, don't take that the wrong way. But as far as continuing this conversation, you know what I mean. Obviously, this is going to be the entrance to the DLC. You have to go back to the
Miyazaki even
battle
confirmed
arena,
it in the
touch the
prediction
hand.
interview.
These are homies that we saw in the last trailer.
No, Palace is where we'll access the
Okay, I call this Carrion because it does look like... It does look like Ray Lucaria to me. I definitely...
I guess
haven't
so.
gotten Ray Lucaria again in my second playthrough.
But it's not.
But then also,
You're in a
it
different
looks
world.
like one of the underground cities.
They're not in the same
More, it
world.
looks like one of the underground cities.
Miyazaki confirms it. These are not. These are not like past versions of the
It
land.
just straight up looks like Manoa.
You're in a different land. It's not literally Rhea Lucaria.
I was trying to see if her eyes are purple or if they're blue.
It's probably just someone who's from the Carrion lineage.
Man, I wish I could see better what her
You're not
eyes
a
look
Rhea
like.
Lucaria.
Oh, wait. Okay, so maybe this is... Okay. I have to put my glasses on. This is what I need to see. Okay. I could totally be wrong about this. But when you're going to set up your character, and the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I literally made my second character yesterday. The three final options for what your character look like are more like in the fantasy realm, and one of them, if I'm remembering correctly, is a specific race from the world of Elden Ring, from the lands between, that has relations to the city of Nox, to the Eternal City, to the underground cities. And I think that this character's eyes look exactly like the default eyes on that character. That kind of like where the white part of your eye is grayed out, not completely black, but grayed out, and then the actual pupil, the actual iris, not pupil, the actual iris being this unsettling light blue silver color. I want to know what these are called. Hold up. I'm going to actually look this up and then...
Scalera?
Oh, dude, I'm just dumb. Okay, they're literally called the Nox. The people are called the
Oh, she's talking
Nox.
about the people.
Inhabitants of the Eternal Cities, Nocron and Noxtella. Gray
Yeah, I know
skin,
about the
cold-blooded race known for wielding flowing weapons forged from the liquid metal silver
weapons.
tears. So yeah, the eyes, they look like they're gray with striking blue irises, which is a Nox. And I know because that's what my character looks like during this current playthrough. So that's really cool. I'm almost positive I'm right. Oh, that's awesome if that's true. Because we don't meet anyone in our playthrough who is Nox. Because those cities have been abandoned or the people are dead.
Yeah,
So
a lot of them got killed by the,
okay.
that alien. The gravity
I'm
alien.
pointing at my screen as if you guys can see where I'm pointing on the video, whatever. The guy in the chair is the guy who ripped his spine out later on in the trailer, the dead guy who, like, pulls a sword spine out of his back. But the woman beside him who is shrouded, are her hands just placed like that, or is she pregnant?
She's pregnant.
And is she also...
That might actually be America and Glow My Queen's
she's a dark blonde. No, wait, she's dark-haired.
Oh, she has dark hair?
Yeah,
but the father probably
wisps of dark hair behind
even though he's bald now.
the shroud here.
He looked balding in that trailer, but I don't know.
She looks pregnant.
He might have had blonde hair when he had
Pots,
hair.
fun. Dungeons, fun. Castles, fun. Giant flaming guy, not fun. Stompies, not fun. That, not fun. This fun. I'm actually going to enjoy this. Even though he has way too many moves.
He's just talking about the karate moves.
Alright.
The kung fu.
Mesmer.
I think.
Mother won't thou truly lordship sanction.
Truly lordship sanction.
He's talking about America.
So bereft of light. Mother, why are you offering me lordship?
Not him.
I'm not good with
No, not him.
Shakespearean
Us.
speak, okay? But he's talking about his mother. And I think I remember when this first came out, people were wondering if this... Were people wondering if this was Mikola? Like, because obviously you have Melania and Radigan. People were wondering if this was Mikola and Mesmer. Mother. What if his mom's the Glow Light Queen? I'm like sticking on the Glow Light Queen because I'm hoping that the Godskin thing in my mind that's already headcanon I have is real.
Glow My Queen.
But he definitely, I don't know if he's confirmed to be an Imperian, but if he is, he's family to America in some way.
That's hard confirmed by me as that he's America's son in the interview. He just straight up says it. He's a child of America. Probably her original firstborn. Just don't even know.
I have a theory, but it's gonna sound so stupid. Okay, I'm gonna keep that one away. I'm gonna write it down. I have a very particular theory that I'm going to write down. And I'm gonna write it down where my mods can see it. That way, it's like, I put my piece out there, so if I end up being right, no one can tell me that I, cheated or found out about it a different way.
Okay. Really fucked up.
Maybe meet again.
Interesting. There was another thing that was with Mesmer. Yeah, this is the same dude from the portrait. Who's just ripping a sword out of his spine. It's also his spine because he's missing a spine, which is really gross. There's a statue of a woman. That was my phone. Statue of a woman behind him, which I'm assuming is his mother. And I'm hoping now, because of my theory, maybe the Glow My Queen, maybe his mom is just another Empyrean, or maybe his mom, maybe his mom's not an Empyrean, but his dad is. We have so many questions about him, and I want to get a closer look at that warped sword, because it kind of reminds me of the Blasphemous Blade, but not exactly.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's like
blasphemous. I'm gonna look at this on camera real quick.
It's like a spear,
okay,
really.
The thing I wanted to see, if his weapon reminded me of another boss weapon, and it doesn't, so I'm not even gonna go that route. But so much in so little time. I'm excited. Obviously, everyone is. I have given you guys my theories of what I've just noticed at this time, of things that I'm hoping are going to happen. I'm hoping we're going to get more information about, obviously, the God Hunt, the God Skins, the Glow My Queen.
I would call this nice lady a bitch.
Relationship to the Glow My Queen outside of the theory that they're the same person. Once again, I'm hoping that, given Melania's family history with her kids, that she actually had a twin. That would be super interesting.
That's my guess.
And the Glow My Twin,
at this
Glow My
point.
Twin, the Glow My Queen, her lore is something that she swaddled the God Skin apostles. So she's seen as like a mothering figure. So maybe she could be the pregnant woman. If you get what I'm getting at, the wording there. I think when you learn a little bit more of the Glow My Queen, there's a passage about her swaddling the Godskins, which puts her in this light of, oh, she's a mother. So I do wonder if maybe that pregnant woman...
Although it's supposed to take place in the present day, so that I don't think she has anything to do with the period of America or anyone currently alive. Miyazaki says this takes place in the current day.
Definitely go to someone else. I'm just going off of the knowledge that I have off the top of my head, because once again, I love lore, but I'm not a theory person.
She might be related.
I like theorizing on my own, but I don't sit on forums and read other people's theories. I probably should, because I'm sure they're super interesting. But yeah, so those are just my thoughts off the top of my head. I'm super excited for this. I'm going to try to get through my second playthrough, because my second character is going to be the one that I'm going to go into the DLC with. That is the one that I'm currently streaming with right now. If you guys want to watch that, join in, talk about theories, help me build the perfect bubble lord, because I am going for a strength fake build. Largely based around bubbles, because I think that would be funny to beat these terrifying demigods with bubbles.
I agree.
And also probably going to cross into a little bit of the Frenzy Flame territory, because that has some items in that questline that I really want for my character. But yeah, those have been my thoughts. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Definitely share your own thoughts down below, and let's talk about it. And yeah, let me know if you're excited for the DLC. I hope you enjoyed. Hope you'll join me again. And I'll be seeing you soon. Bye now.
Her observations is what I figured out. Yeah, I agree with her. She's just wrong about, Mesmer and his parents. But, she didn't read the Miyazaki interview, so understandable. Probably got told by somebody, maybe her mods after this. Because, Miyazaki hard confirms that Mesmer is America's son, one of her children. And that comment about light is unmistakably a reference to America. But, since I died, I guess I'll go back to the here and click another video. I want to hear somebody else. I just watched this. Oh, Kai Cenat beat Melania. I might listen to that in the background. He used Rivers of Blood, so he didn't really beat her. Nah, man, beating Melania with Rivers of Blood isn't even like, you're not really it's not really like a great, because they nerfed the fuck out of Rivers of Blood. That shit doesn't do anything, especially if you didn't have the stats or you didn't have the material to maximize it by that point. I wasn't able to even max my Rivers of Blood, so it was weaker than even the max nerf version of the game. But 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta mute right quick. I'll be right back though. I'll play something random though while I'm away, but I want to listen to something specifically about the trailer once I get back. What? Oh yeah, listen to the Kai Cenat shit, I guess. Why not? Because I gotta get up anyway. Why didn't I think of that? Where is it at though? I just now clicked off of the tab. I should have just stayed on that tab. The fuck? Is this it? No, this ain't it either. Okay. I'll just do a search for it. Fuck. Kai Cenat. Oh, that's right. Oh, here it is. I got it. Listen to this while I'm gone for a moment.
everything just boost?
Yeah, go. Let's see how much you do.
Yeah, like health and shit just boosted. You see that? Then that's good. No, look, everything, man, everything, look.
Let's see if you're dead. We're not doing a test, but like, holy fuck!
Oh, it was.
It's like when you do the light attack. That's simple.
Wait, Rage, I think we got the sauce.
Shut up, bro. Get this bitch. Put him on damage screaming. She might help me.
She might up it. I'm mad dangerous.
You're mad dangerous right now, man. Run for your life. Smack you in the face. Fuck off. Oh, shit. Let the enter the space.
I'm dangerous, Rage.
No, you actually mad.
No, Rage, I'm actually dangerous right now.
You're actually mad dangerous.
Rage, I'm actually so dangerous right now.
Dangerous. You're actually mad dangerous. Hey, Cody.
Watch this. You want to see something crazy?
Show me something crazy.
Watch this, Rage.
You're gonna make him back up. You see your mommy? You see your mommy?
Hey, be powerful. Hey, bro.
You see your mommy?
Hey, bro, be powerful. I ain't gonna lie, it's so powerful right now.
Okay, sit your ass up.
Hey, I'll waste this shit, but we going to the bank, bro.
Yes, we
got
is.
a cop, we
Go
going
to the back.
shopping.
Okay, sit down. Put the controller here. Dodge that first hit. My beard falling off, bro. Check, yo.
I'm at the mana. I'm at the mana here, bro. Every mana, right? Every mana?
Police.
Holy shit, dude. I had turned it down on my side. It was still loud. And I wasn't even in the room. God damn. I missed it, but yeah, this is how I felt internally when I beat Melania. I didn't have this reaction outward. That's how I felt. That's
bro, proud of you, man. You feel me? You say all day, dog. You did it, nigga. Oh my god, you did it. Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking
good
god.
fucking job.
Like 20-something hours. Oh my fucking god.
Now beat her for real without the rivers of blood, even though it's nerfed the fuck. Nah, that counts because they nerfed that shit. Like I know somebody who one-shotted Melania with the rivers of blood, but that was before the nerf happened. So that thing must have been busted as fuck. Shit. Like before they nerfed it, they didn't even know Melania was supposed to be a hard boss because they beat him so quick with the rivers of blood. I gotta see this part right quick. Okay. Looks like he's using the let me solo her build to set out the pothead. He doesn't have the pot on his head. I don't even think did let me solo her use rivers of blood though? I don't know if he did. I forgot. He used 2 katanas, but I forgot what they were. And the Nagakiba, I did try that on some attempts. I did pretty decent with the Nagakiba on some attempts, but my weapon of choice was the God Skin Peeler because of the running fierce attack that it has. It's goated. And bleed infusion on it. I just put a bleed infusion on the God Skin Peeler, and it worked out. That was my build, and it's on my channel. I was very proud of that one. Yeah, just got him with the fucking rivers. Yep. Rivers are still decent if you have it maxed. Mine was not maxed. So I was doing jack shit with it. I didn't have the materials to max it. I don't know. It's really hard to find higher level somber stones. I don't know. Go to the beginning part right quick. Just like, how good was he doing in the beginning?
That's good. Look, everything, man. Everything, look.
These pants, I don't know. I don't know about them pants.
Holy fuck. What is this? Like,
there we go. They dodged well enough.
wait. I think we got the sauce.
Calm down.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. For real. Like, being in the same room with that frequency would be annoying, dude. Shit. Alright. Yeah. I guess I'm just watching this whole fight now. Okay. Damn. He must have that thing max. That's doing way more damage than I was using than I was getting off of the rivers of blood.
I'm dangerous, Rage. No, Rage, I'm actually dangerous right now. Rage, I'm actually so dangerous right now. Watch this, crazy?
There we go. Calm down, man. Man.
My beard falling out, bro. Check me out.
He was fighting this boss for hours, so I can understand why he was so excited to beat it.
Are you mad, right? Are you?
He's got a coach. Rivers of Blood does kind of slap. Why does he have two katanas if he's only using the rivers? Has he even used that? No, I think he... Okay, yeah, he's doing it. He did the... He jumps, his jump attacks. He's just gonna keep it base. Might be, well, we know how it ends, but still, this always gets me. Well, he's being smart about it. Waiting for her combo to finish. He's got a coach. Telling him when to move and when to go in. He can go in there now, dude. He won't rock before she dies. He would have got her like completely. He still got her. I'm going to switch over in a minute. We'll just hear what he says in the background. Okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, fucking, yo, Reggie. Go ahead, man.
What the fuck is going on? I can still see the screen.
You feel me? All day, dog. You did it, nigga. Oh my god, you did it.
He's just punching him in his chest.
Oh my fucking god. How many hours was that? Hold on. Like 20-something hours. Oh my fucking god. Oh, nigga. Oh my gosh. Yo, I don't think you understand what this means, bro. Do you understand what this means? Oh my fucking god.
It means you beat the game. That's what I said when I beat the game. Well, I beat the game. No, I need to do anything else.
Fucking up in the way. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. I'm speechless, bro. That's the hardest boss in the game. I understand most people that play this game have not beat him the way he did. Come on, bro. Oh my gosh, he's on one life.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Kills. It's a new fucking iPad in the air.
Now they celebrate.
God. Hey, Kai. You are a fucking gamer, nigga. Gamer! You are a gamer. Ain't nobody tell you nothing. You're a gamer, nigga. Ain't nobody tell you not, nigga.
Right, it's over now. Where's that motherfucker? Where's that little bitch? That clickbaiter guy? I mean, he made a video about it. It's pretty relevant to the trailer. I thought he'd be on here, though. There he is. Okay. He made a 10-minute video, then he had an hour video where he reacted to it. But I'm gonna watch this 10-minute one first.
Alright, what's going on, guys? The new story trailer for Elden Ring DLC Shadow of the Erdtree has just gone live, and this is an absolutely beautiful look into the new lore that we'll be knowing in the background of the setting for the DLC. And there is so much packed into this 3-minute trailer, and if you're not really familiarized with the lore, then it may be very hard to make out what's going on here. So I'm going to do my best to break down literally everything we can see, explain what it is exactly we're looking at, and if you're excited for this DLC, then be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe so that you're entirely up to date and ready to go into the Land of Shadow. So I'm going to let the trailer play through one time for those of you that haven't seen it yet. It's about 3 minutes long, and if you have, go ahead and skip ahead to the breakdown, but now let's get into it.
The fuck? Oh my god. The camera fucked up on me.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal.
Shit.
An affair from which gold arose.
He's showing his initial reaction while like at the beginning, and
And
he's
so
gonna talk
too
about it.
was Shadow born.
This is from his hour stream. His hour-long stream.
What followed was a war unseen. One
Stop
that
it! Get the fuck away from me, skeleton.
A purge without grace or honor. The tyranny of Messmer's flame.
Oh my god, these sons of bitches.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything. His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his fate. But we are not deterred. We choose to follow. Will you walk with us?
covered distance way too quick. I shouldn't be able to do that.
Our story trailer begins with some very grotesque imagery, with a hand reaching into someone's flesh and removing strands of gold. It's a hand that should be pretty familiar, because the bracelet we can see here is Queen America's.
Yeah.
And what exactly she's reaching into, well, it's flesh underneath cloth, but it looks to be a pregnant belly, from which she removes golden strands. And the dialogue says, Mikola the Kind spoke of the beginning, the seduction and the betrayal, an affair from which gold arose, which needs to be put in context of something we already know about Queen America and the DLC. That the Land of Shadow, the setting of the DLC, was where Queen America first set foot and became a god, and where the Erdtree was born. Now, going back to that first shot of her reaching into the stomach, if that's what it is, we can think back to the gameplay trailer where we saw this painting of an old man and a pregnant woman standing next to him. Is this the woman she robbed the gold from, and the man with whom she had an affair? That remains to be seen, but I think it's an interesting possibility. The next shot depicts her walking up these steps covered in corpses.
In the shadow
one thing you'll notice is that these aren't just corpses, but they're skin
The trailer is
corpses.
something.
Now, why does that matter? Well, a major part of Elden Ring's lore is something known as the Godskin Hunt, a period of history where the Gloam-Eyed Queen led the Godskins and hunted the gods. But the problem is, there's no record of it actually happening in the lands between. However, the Land of Shadow might have been the place it happened, and since we see so many skinned corpses here, well, maybe this is the remains of that hunt. We'll have more hints to that in a minute. The following shot is very interesting because she holds up these threads that she pulled from the belly, and they seem to take the shape of a rune, with great power emanating from them. So what we see here is likely her creating her order of the Elden Ring and becoming a god. But next we see a massive pile of these bodies stretching upward into the sky. And there's quite a few details here. In my opinion, it looks like they're the great roots of a tree. And why that may be the case is because we know that once America became a god, the Erdtree was born. And what do we know about Erdtree roots? Well, they're made of bodies. But also notice the sky here. The color is Gloam, which of course is the namesake of the Gloam-Eyed Queen, the leader of the Godskins. We then move on to a shot of the war. The armies of Mesmer the Impaler laying siege to the Land of Shadow. Now, why exactly this war is happening, we don't know. But we can clearly see that Mesmer's side is the victorious one, with the entire city consumed in fire and collapsing. Now, something interesting we'll notice here is the way Mesmer's flame moves. They're like little snakes that he's commanding to go out and burn, with this trail of black. It's very cool, and it reminds me quite a bit of Rykard's Ranker Call, but of course it's not exactly the same. We then see this very interesting shot of a woman crouched down on the ground, clutching this sort of spear. We don't have any details, there's not a lot to know about who this might be, but an interesting observation that came to me when I saw this is that it does remind me a bit of the concept art we saw of the Godskin Apostle way before release, with that orange fire and coiled end. So is this woman crouched down the Gloam-Eyed Queen? Well, it's just a theory for now and remains to be seen. But after this, we get an amazing shot of the lion dance fighting through some of Mesmer's army before confronting him. Now, we know from Miyazaki that this lion dance is representative of the culture of the Land of Shadow, so I think it's safe to believe that Mesmer is at war with the natives, and those are two sides in this war. We then see the aftermath, where Mesmer demonstrates his surname as the Impaler, and very obviously seems to be the victor in this battle. But panning up, we notice that this battle actually takes place in the city we saw before in the gameplay trailer, with it crumbling upwards into the sky, with that wicked shadow tree leaking sap that we've seen time and time again. But the thing we need to ask here is, why is Mesmer laying siege to the Land of Shadow? Who put him up to this, and for what reason? In my personal opinion, based on everything we know about Mesmer so far, I think it was likely his mother, who I think is Queen America. Perhaps Mesmer is the child of this affair, and that's why he's been written out of history and left in obscurity. The tone of the trailer changes here, now talking about Mikola, saying, and so kindly Mikola would abandon everything, his golden flesh, his blinding strength, and even his fate. And we see panning shots with this same rune of what can almost certainly be assumed to be Mikola's great rune. And notice at its base, those same hair-like strands that we saw with America at the beginning. We then get a shot of Mikola walking through the fields of the Land of Shadow, and still, even after all this time, we don't see his face. But then we get one of the most important shots of this trailer. This is Saint Trina, almost 100% certainly, a form of Mikola, which is an enigmatic deity of sleep. And I recently made a lore video covering everything we know about Saint Trina, so if you are unfamiliar, be sure to watch that. But this shot is composed in a way that suggests this half of himself was cast away, and we know that Saint Trina's torch depicts a monster form. Perhaps this enigmatic god became corrupted after separation from Mikola, but I guess we'll find out. But the final bits of this trailer show someone tracing the ground, this golden base of these Mikola's runes. We then see that this is a band of NPCs, many of whom we saw in the gameplay trailer. However, the dialogue here says, "But we are not deterred, we choose to follow." So this group seems to be loyalists to Mikola, which is very interesting, considering that Mikola has a unique and sinister ability to compel the affection of people. So is this really by choice, or is there something deeper going on here? The question still remains, what are Mikola's intentions in the land of shadow? Is he really all good and kind? How did he know about America's history, considering that he wasn't born until several ages later? And what is the end of all of this? What is to be gained here, and how will it affect the overall story? But one final thing I want to point out here is that the narrator of this trailer sounds very similar to the one we got at the end of the gameplay trailer.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. Come now, touch me with it home and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be found home.
So assuming they're the same person, if I had to guess, I would say the narrator is likely the leader of this band, and perhaps our main NPC that we'll be conversing with throughout the DLC. But for now, those are the majority of the details we can come up with on the lore side after an initial watch of this trailer, but I can guarantee over the coming days and weeks we're going to be picking this apart and much more. But what are your first impressions of this trailer? What do you think it all means? And do you agree with the ideas I presented here? I'm very curious to hear all of your thoughts, but be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Elden Ring DLC. And with all that, I will catch you in the next one.
Right. A war followed after all that stuff with the Golden Order, is what the trailer's indicating. The stuff with Mesmer is not the stuff that happened so much before the Golden Order, which is what that part we see with the woman pulling something out of the stomach, which is a rune. It's the rune of death. I'm hard confirming that. I'm just hard stating that. I mean, it's not confirmed, but I'm just going to hard state that what's being pulled out of that woman is a rune, and it is the rune of death. That is the Glomite Queen that America is pulling that rune of death out of. She wasn't pregnant. She was just pulling out a rune. Or she might have been pregnant simultaneously while having a rune, for all we know. But that's what she's pulling out. It's a rune. Or maybe her baby was made into a rune. Because the rune is inside of someone's body to begin with. She gave birth to like a baby who had the rune, the death rune, or was going to. That's a possibility. She didn't look pregnant to me, though. I don't know why people kept saying that. It's because you might see a stomach there. That doesn't mean that they're pregnant. So I don't know. Maybe I need to look closer. Maybe it was more obvious than I give it credit for, but it didn't look like that to me. I'm gonna click another video, but I gotta die first. I don't want to die, but I'm gonna die. I'm going to have to die if I want to click something anyway. Get the fuck out of my face. Oh my god, dude. How does he have such reach? All right. Let's see what else we got here. Which one was I watching? Elden Ring DLC's full analysis. This is Bandai Games did a full analysis. Whatever works for them. The Emerald Gecko. I never heard of him, but he breaks it down too. Let's listen to his breakdown as well. Okay, I never heard of this guy.
I can't believe I'm saying this,
but let's hear what they have to say.
Software on a random Tuesday has just... I can't believe I'm saying this, but From Software on a random Tuesday has just decided to release an Elden Ring DLC
For me, it was Tuesday.
trailer. This is a full 3-minute CGI trailer that is filled to the brim with absolutely incredible information. There are so many hidden details in this trailer. I know how excited I am, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. Let's get straight into it. As the trailer starts, we are greeted to a new character, or at least this character's voice, talking about Miquella the Kind. This is in fact a follower of Miquella. There's multiple reasons why this is the case, and we will get into that later in the video. I'm going to try and keep this chronological as to not confuse anyone. I'm recording this really soon after the DLC trailer has dropped, and I can imagine people are going to assume that the person who's reaching into this cocoon-like thing is actually Miquella, but that couldn't be further than the truth. After we see this cocoon-like thing, we see this woman going up these stairs of flesh, and then holding up something that looks like from the colour palette and the orbs it flies off is the Elden Ring. Now, considering the golden hair, the clothing worn, and the fact that it then talks about Grace of Gold being born, it's very likely that this is actually Marika. Now, if we look at the gauntlets which are reaching into this cocoon, it's the very same that are on this Marika-esque person. Something I'd like to mention also, post-recording, I've just realised that this bracelet also looks like a snake curling around. So that would also imply that Marika had some connection to snakes as well, just like her son, Mesmer, which is massive lore-wise. We know that Miquella went into this cocoon to become a full-fledged god. Now, we also know that Marika is a god. Now, that begs the question, was she at one point not a god? And if that is the case, how on earth did she become a god? Well, I believe that she went into a cocoon. I think this is her cocoon. Now, we know that Empyreans are the ones to become the next god. I propose that a long time ago, Marika was an Empyrean before she became a full-fledged god. This also how we know Miquella knew that if he went into this cocoon, he could transform into a full-fledged god. We know at the beginning of the trailer that this character says that Miquella the Kind tells of this story, a story detailing the beginning, a story of seduction and betrayal that birthed the Grace of Gold. Miquella evidently knows about this time period. If he knows about that, then he knows about this cocoon at the beginning of this trailer. I believe he was copying his mother, and he knows something that we don't yet.
There's a person in there.
There was something incredible said in the beginning of this trailer. It talks about a story of seduction and betrayal, while talking about Marika and the beginning of the Grace of Gold. Now, this is really, really amazing for multiple reasons. We are never really told much about the beginning of the Golden Order, except for the fact that it had to do with an Elden beast crashing into the ground. That's all we know until today. The story of Gold starts with seduction and betrayal. Now, who was responsible for this? Well, I think the only candidate is Marika herself. This seems even more likely since this line was talked about while Marika was in view. Now, this could mean multiple things, but I'm going to tell you my opinion, and I implore you to come to your own conclusions. I believe there's only one real candidate towards this seduction. I think it was the guy in the DLC painting from the original gameplay trailer. Now, I know in previous videos I have said that I thought that this guy was Marika's dad. But considering all the information we have now, I think there's a possibility that isn't the case anymore. We know the old crusty guy from the trailer is in fact related to gold in some aspects, having some sort of golden bones being ripped out of him. Some people in one of the last videos even said like a sapling, which I agree. I don't think it's actually a sapling, but the imagery of that is definitely there, linking back to the Erdtree, which Marika is linked to. Not to mention all the gold tints, which is like the Grace of Gold, but now to the actual depths of what this seduction might be, we simply can't know. We don't have enough information towards that. But out of everyone that it could possibly be,
I think this old crusty bag of bones is definitely the biggest candidate for Marika's seduction. There's so much information here that we haven't even talked about the place that Marika is actually located in.
They're checking that too,
looking place is
seduction
like,
as
the
a
last was sword,
seduction of
times
power.
10, and then
Not
just
fair, not adultery.
everywhere. It's brutal, gory, and really fucking weird, but also really fucking cool. Now, even this holds so many secrets. This pile of corpses goes up like a doorway. Now, because of From Software being absolute geniuses, they've tinted the top of this doorway dark, so we physically can't see. I remember in the first DLC trailer, there was actually a part in the painting where if you lightened the image, you could actually see a new part of the picture. Now, I don't have the capabilities to do that, but I do think that if you could do that, you would see something up there, whether that be going off into the sky, or it's simply closing off the top like a true doorway. The DLC then has this to say.
And so too was Shadow born.
I have no idea if this has flown under the radar or not, but when it says, and two was Shadow born, it doesn't talk like it's talking about a land. It sounds like it's addressing a person.
Yeah, it is.
And just who
Glow
so
Knight
happens
Queen.
to be in frame? Marika the Eternal. Now this depiction of
Talking about the
Marika
sisters.
isn't switching around
Light was
between
born
Marika
and
and
darkness
Radiant
was born.
like we normally
And their
see
sister
with Marika.
represented the
Just why is
darkness.
that the case? Well, I personally believe this is pre-Radigan, and this is further reinforced when it looks at Marika and it says, and two was Shadow born. Now I think this Shadow is Radigan. I believe that upon the birth of Grace of Gold, Radigan was born. Kind of like an Athena,
That's a
my baby,
possibility,
only
although he
it's
is from
Marika's other
giants.
half.
So I don't think so.
The Elden Stars
I
incantation,
think
which
her and
depicts the
Radigan
arrival
really
of the Elden
combined
Beast long
at some
ago,
point.
is actually located in the deep root depths.
Although she does
Something
look
I'm
like
wondering
she's
is,
turning into
why is
like
this
a man
important?
as well.
Well, in the trailer, it seems to me
So I
that
don't know.
Marika is holding the Elden
Although
Ring.
Radigan
And
could
where
have
does the
come
Elden
along
Ring
at
come
that
from?
point.
Well, it comes from the Elden Beast. Now, if this incantation is correct, and my interpretation of the fact that the deep root depths is actually where the Elden Beast first crashed, that would make where Marika is in the trailer the deep root depths. But how does that make any sense? Now, I've got a theory that would explain this, but I've got to warn you all, I'm going to go insane style on the crazy thermometer. I'm going to make the moist meter
Deeper
and
depths
the dry meter with the
seems to indicate
craziness
that that's supposed to
is
be
this
God
theory. So
down
please
there
bear
at
with
the
me.
Elden Beast.
A long,
It's pretty
bloody
morbid.
time ago, the lands between and the Shadow Realm were one and the same. But then, this affair happened, the affair of gold, and Grace was born. And this new land was split in half from the old land. Now this land, born of gold, shone light everywhere. And wherever there's light, there's a shadow. I believe the Shadow Realm is that shadow. I believe that Marika took a part of this old world and made it into a home, that being the lands between. I believe the Shadow Realm is the left behind pieces that she left behind after taking what we now know as the lands between. I guess you could kind of think of this like a pizza. Now normally there's what, about 10 pieces in a pizza. If you take away 5, think of that as the grace. Now you've got 5 left in the box. I think that might be the land of shadows. Now we know there are places outside the lands between. So hell, let's just say 3 pieces of the land of shadows. You've got 2 left, that being, in my opinion, the other lands we hear about outside the lands between. Now, we can't possibly know 100% until the DLC comes out. But personally, this is the theory I'm most confident in. If you're not, then that's perfectly okay. In my opinion, the most important thing that could happen right now is us all having vastly different theories. Because if we all throw shit at the wall, eventually one piece of stinky turd is going to stick
I
to
want
the
to read all
wall,
those stupid
and
ones.
we'll get the answer
Those
we
will
seek.
be
That's only
fun.
going to happen if we throw around theories that we haven't heard before. Now I'm looking at the record time, and it's 8 minutes and 30 seconds. I've talked 8 minutes and 30 seconds about 37 fucking seconds of a trailer that is 3 minutes long. What is this trailer From Software? What have you done with
Why did I
my
do
life?
that?
There's too much information here From Software. I'm having a brain aneurysm when my brains are scattered all over the wall Miyazaki after my brain has physically combusted. I am blaming you, and I am preparing the lawsuit as we speak.
Oh shit.
The next few minutes after this of the trailer is just pure dopamine rush of war. We see Mesmer. Now, Mesmer's been quite overlooked so far in this video because we've literally been talking about the first 37 seconds of this video. Mesmer is seen in this trailer. Now, from the timeline we can see, this sort of Marika creating the Elden Ring here, and then this war seems to happen really close together. That fact completely disproves the theory that's been going around for a long time that Mesmer is the third triplet in the Miquella and Melania trio. That completely disproves that. Considering that's disproven, we now need to think of who on earth Mesmer is in connection to Marika. I still think that he's a child of Marika. Only, I actually believe that Mesmer is the byproduct of this affair. It's my theory that maybe, just maybe, Mesmer is the child of Marika and whoever she seducted. In my opinion, it's the only option to the parentage of Mesmer. It wouldn't make sense for Marika and Radagon to just shack up straight away and Mesmer to be born. Not to mention it's going to take a long time for Mesmer to gain the battle prowess he's evidently showing, considering he's got Mesmer's flame, and it talks about Mesmer's tyranny. I think that would happen a lot later on, if Marika and Radagon were the parents of Mesmer, and if the timeline was a bit different and this whole war happened a long time after the Elden Ring was created, then I could totally see that being the case, but I don't think it is. I truly believe that Mesmer is a byproduct of this seduction that Marika performed onto perhaps the crusty old guy from the painting and the trailer. Also, just to recap in case you forgot, in the original DLC trailer, Mesmer goes, "Mother, would thou's lordship someone so bereft of light?" Considering this, it very much seems to be referencing Marika, so that's another reason to believe that Marika is the mother of Mesmer.
Yep.
Something really interesting that
we
also
already know
talks
because
about has
Miyazaki
something
said
to
it,
do with a
but
little
still,
bit of hair.
that's other stuff.
Now, Mesmer has red hair, Marika has golden hair. Now, how on earth does that make any sense? Well, that would make you think that maybe the father would have to have red hair. Now, considering this, we've always just assumed that it would be Radagon, but what if this is not the case? Radagon is born of Marika, so that makes Marika and Radagon's genes one and the same. So that would lead me to assume that whoever the father is of Mesmer was in some relation to Marika. Now, I know what you're thinking. George R.R. Martin, you silly little goose. Why are you using the incest card again? Because, dude, you've used incest in every story.
It couldn't be incest if we're going by what their stated backgrounds are. One of them's from the Giants, one of them from the Newman. So
recently I made videos talking about my theory that the guy in the painting was Marika's dad. Now, I might have said at the beginning of the video that, oh, this is disproven, but I don't actually think that's the case. I think that maybe this is Marika's dad, but also the very same person she seduced. Now, I don't know what kind of dad you have to be to just shack up with your daughter, but this guy in the painting seems to be that guy. Now, a theory that's gone around for a really long time is that the reason why Miquella and Melania have these curses is due to the incest. Now, if this is also the case with Mesmer, the fact that he is an incest child born of a father and a daughter, then that would explain all the weird things about him. Now, I've thought for a really long time that snakes are actually intrinsic to Mesmer and they aren't some weird byproduct of some ritual. I think he might have been born with them, and if this is true about the incest kind of curse, maybe this is what happened. Maybe his curse was the snakes. There's something really interesting that pops up at 1 minute and 15 seconds. We see someone lying down, kneeling in this crater of rubble. Now, that isn't what's interesting, it's what's on the head. Now, this head mask thing looks almost identical to the one that Tanith wears. Now, we know that Tanith is a dancer from a foreign land. We also see in the DLC trailer a lot of dancing style moves.
Yeah.
So, that makes you wonder, just maybe, the foreign land we hear about in Tanith's mask item is in fact the land of shadows. Now we know that Rykard actually met Tanith in this foreign land. Now if this foreign land is actually the Shadow Realm, that would mean that Rykard has access to the Shadow Realm, which is insane. That would mean that the Shadow Realms aren't completely cut off from the lands between. The real question now is, how on earth does Rykard get there? This is just a theory and there's no real evidence, but at the beginning of the trailer we see tons of piles of blood, which is really reminiscent to what we see in Rykard's boss arena and on his sword. Maybe it has something to do with mass sacrifice. I don't know. That's just a theory, but we really can't know yet, at least until the DLC. The other big part of this part of the trailer that really piqued my interest was the fact that we now have a confirmation that Mesmer and these Wicker Giants are on the same side. They seem to be sort of foot soldiers of Mesmer, and that's what gets us to our next point. I think that Mesmer was sent to this Shadowland by his mother, Marika, to clean out and cleanse all the sort of remnants of the bygone age. Personally, that's the best conclusion I can come to as to why Mesmer was here, why he was waging war and plunging this land into an unsung battle of fire. But like always, I am really curious to hear your theories on this matter. The other big thing in this part of the trailer is we actually see the massive puppet lion from the other trailer. Now, like Mesmer and the Wicker Giants, we can now place this guy on our side. We can place this guy firmly on the side against Mesmer, considering we actually see Mesmer and this lion going toe-to-toe, going nuts to butts, battling each other.
Nuts to butts, no.
The next part of the trailer is focused solely on Mikola. Now, we get even more confirmation here that Mikola came to this land of his own accord. It talks about how he stripped himself of gold, how he stripped himself of his strength, and he came to this land of shadows. Now, it seems to me like this character is sort of implying that Mikola came here to save this land. Maybe I'm looking too much into it, but that's what it seems like to me personally. And then we get the absolute bombshell of the confirmation that Mikola is Saint Trina. We quite literally see Saint Trina flowing in this sort of dream-like state, flowing backwards, with this character talking about Mikola divesting himself of his fate. Now, why is this Saint Trina? Well, for starters, all the pictures of Saint Trina have their eyes covered. The eyes are covered here by some sort of cloth. There's also the fact that there's little lavender-coloured petals flowing around, which come about when you use sleep incantations and sorceries. There's also the fact that it's just purple-tinted all over, which is Saint Trina.
It's a Saint Trina.
It all points towards this being Saint Trina. And I'm honestly shocked they confirmed Saint Trina is Mikola, but I am not complaining at all. This character then proceeds to drop another bombshell by saying that they followed Mikola here. It gets even crazier when it then pans to a massive group of them asking if we will join them. Now, I originally thought all these characters that popped up in the original trailer were the original inhabitants of this Shadow Realm, but it seems like they're actually Mikola's followers that have followed him here. So that gives an identity to all those people that are in that original trailer when it's sort of panning through them. I'm a bit disappointed they aren't actually the townsfolk and people living inside of this land, but I also think it's really cool because now it seems like we've got a whole new covenant and they seem to be giving us an option to join, which means a good bloody loot. I also want to quickly mention everything in the lands between talks about a crucible age before the Erdtree. Now, if the Shadow Realm and the lands between were one and the same, then that would mean that everything pre-Erdtree is also part of this old age. That would include Placidus and everything to do with that. There's so many interesting points you can go with this, and I really hope we get some sort of insight into the history of Elden Ring's world in the DLC. Though to be honest, I am really doubtful considering how long ago in Elden Ring's world this pre-age was. So everyone, that was the end of the video. That was a really long video, but also a really fun video to make. There was so much stuff in this trailer that honestly blew my mind away. I am a massive From Software fan, as you can probably already tell. So this was just like the most amazing video I could possibly ever make. The best thing, I came back from doing my studying, and there was just this, oh, hey, by the way, there's a trailer coming up in 3 hours, and I was just blown the fuck away, and I'm so glad they released it.
Same here.
I'm a bit blown away as well that it was on a Tuesday of all days. But yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to ramble anymore because I'll just sit here for the next 10 minutes and ramble. So, I really do hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, may you find your worth in the waking world. Goodbye, everyone.
I'm doing better this time, but this might fuck up. Oh my god. I timed it too. Fuck. He's the worst. It's hard to like. They think they upgraded his little charge dash thing. I don't remember it animating like that before. They must have updated that shit. Oh, now I got time to just go to another video. Man, I'm getting really tired though. I might end it pretty soon. It'll be a no progress, but you know, at least we, you know, got to talk about the Elden Ring trailer. That's always more important anyway. You know, stuff about the game, official stuff. 1 second. I thought this guy's all right. It's just, I don't agree with everything he said, but, yeah, he's all right otherwise. Some guy named Pope Peabody is doing a live stream of Elden Ring. Oh, Miss Chalice made a new video about the God skins. She needs to make a reaction to the fucking trailer. Did she do anything? No, she didn't. Okay. I guess she'll make a video later.
Let me set the scene for
I
you.
mean, she just put out a video like a couple days ago. Might as well do one for the trailer. Okay. The lore on Mikkel. There's another guy named Blood Ronin. Avati video is here. Well, that's from 2 months ago. We don't want to watch that. I don't agree with everything Avati video says anyway. I don't agree with all of his theories or confirmations or interpretations, I should say. Like another issue I noticed from Vati video, he doesn't compare like item descriptions with the Japanese description. So you end up making some mistranslations in some of the videos, but it's all right otherwise. Where are we looking? Liza P has ruined Dark Souls for me. I wouldn't say it ruined Dark Souls for me. It's a good game, and it's a welcome addition to the Souls likes. I wouldn't say like, you know, I can't play Dark Souls just because of it. I welcome it as another contender. It's a good game. I want Dark Souls itself, or the Souls type games that FromSoft make. I want them to take pointers from some stuff that Liza P did. It didn't do everything better than Dark Souls, but there's some things it did better. Anyway. Excuse me. I guess I'll go to the front page. Not that guy. Fuck is a fridge incident? Huh. Bro submitted the worst build. Oh, this is another Elden Ring thing I was gonna listen to a few days ago before the trailer was even announced. The story trailer, I mean. My God. Oh, here's another content creator. Her name is Miniru Plays. Meru Plays. There's 2 M's in Meru. Let's listen to her.
Yeah. Once I don't know. Apparently, we are getting a new Elden Ring DLC story trailer right now. It's here.
Yeah, they just dropped it as a surprise. They didn't warn anybody.
Yeah,
They didn't tell any content creators. Which good. Fuck content creators. They don't deserve special treatment.
So yes, what do we know so far?
Just drop it whenever you feel like it from
we
something.
will be following in the footsteps of
I need the planet
mysterious
for the clicks,
land of
guys. Like,
Shadow. So yes,
fuck
I think
you
we
and
can
your
see
clicks.
more about that.
I like the
and
surprise
isolate
element of
this trailer
FromSoft
together with
and their
you guys
marketing
right
strategy.
now. So enough yapping. Let's go. Oh my god.
Okay, she's reacting now.
Mikula the Kind spoke of the beginning. The seduction and the betrayal.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're a bitch. Knight.
An affair from which gold arose. And so too was Shadow born. What followed was a war unseen. One that could never be put to song. A purge without grace or honor.
Good thing I'm not locked on or they would have hit my
The
ass.
tyranny of mesmer's flame.
Oh my god. I love that creature.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
Yeah?
They all call him kindly.
His golden flesh, his blinding strength, even his
Oh,
faith.
fuck. Okay.
But we are not
Mikula had blinding strength too, apparently. He must have been fast. Like Sonic speed or something.
creatures of God.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes. That's pretty
She looks
good.
excited on my other screen.
Yes.
She's a real woman.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. I just drunk this shit too.
Okay. Okay.
Game. What?
That has to be the coolest trailer I have ever seen in my life. I didn't, when it's about From Software and Elden Ring, my hopes are
It was a cool
high.
trailer.
They are freaking high, but this exceeded them all. This exceeded them all. Like, what? I am lying when I say that this is the coolest trailer I have ever seen in my life. Yeah, I don't know how they do this for real. Let's watch it again.
Mikula the Kind spoke
It's,
of the
I
beginning.
mean, it's up there. There's not a lot of good contenders out right now.
The
That's for sure.
seduction and the betrayal.
Yeah, could that be the...
What the hell, motherfucker?
An affair from which gold arose.
This scene. And yes, I was wondering if this
Okay.
could be... Because, we entered the DLC through Mikula's...
What time is it?
The egg that is in the...
This will be a
What
short
is it?
stream on the end of that because she's
That is
done
in the
talking.
Monk's Arena. And
Because I'm
I
getting
was
really
wondering,
tired.
could this be like the entrance to the Land of Shadow?
That's why I'm
This
dying.
is something that I wasn't expecting from Elden Ring, to be honest. There is golden strands. Like, you know what I mean? That when we enter into the cocoon or something, or however it goes,
I'll let them kill me.
could this be like that? You know, the freaking. That from the cocoon you enter to this place, and then like from
When you
here
enter the
you
cocoon,
enter to the
These
like
officers
actual
said
land.
in
You
the
know, I
game that
wanted,
that's how you
but
get to
it's
the
just
DLC.
a thought that came to my mind. Yeah, very, very gross, very interesting, very exciting. Looks phenomenal. Let's go.
It was Shadowborn.
Yeah.
What followed was a war unseen.
And these guys. Amazing, amazing.
Never looked at the song.
I just let myself die. I don't want my bubble taken away.
Purge without grace or honor.
You know, I don't know what to say, and there's Mesmer there. Or is it a statue, or is it like a Mesmer? I think, yeah, whoa, shit, guys, this shot is, dude, I wasn't expecting this, like, from Elden Ring. Of course, you know, it is based in the Land of Shadow, that apparently is a dark place, like, you know, but this, all this that we have seen so far, these few shots, it's so dark, it's very, very dark, and twisted, and
Some
I am
Warhammer
here for it,
40K
like,
shit
I
going on.
am here for it, yeah, I can't wait to fight Mesmer, and to die like 400 times, yeah.
The tyranny of Mesmer's flame.
Tyranny of Mesmer's flame. And this. Yeah, whatever. This creature, we saw that in the first trailer, and it's one of my favorite designs, for real. Yeah.
It's not really a
And
creature,
Mesmer
it's
looking cool
a
as
lion
fuck.
head dance by actual people.
The music slaps. Music slaps so hard. It's so dark. It is so unbelievably dark. I'm pretty speechless at this. I'm speechless. Yeah. That castle looks amazing. I wanna go there. Oh my god, guys.
And so kindly Mikula would abandon everything.
Yeah. And it is very nice to see actually Mikael there, because we didn't see him in the first trailer, and that was one of the things I was expecting from the trailer, but we see him now, which is very exciting. And it's funny that there are these very, very dark things, and then Mikael is there like just a little sweet golden boy. Yeah, I know that's not the case, but you know.
His golden flesh.
Yeah.
His blinding strength.
It's a very beautiful shot. Once again.
Even his fate.
Okay, except for Saint Trina. Yeah. That has to be Saint Trina, because Mikael is Saint Trina.
Yeah.
But we are not to do.
That looks like everything just looks so freaking beautiful
Oh
here.
my god.
We choose to follow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Holy shit, guys. Holy shit. That's all I have to say at this point. Holy shit. That blew me
No
away.
further
That was
words were needed.
more than I was
That's my
ever
reaction.
expecting from this trailer. Legit.
Don't do that shit. Stupid
Yeah.
Crucible Knights.
I really need that. I need this. I need this. This is what I need, guys. Whoa, shit. I have nothing to say. My mind is blown away.
That's
As I
hilarious.
said, this was so much more than I was expecting. They exceeded everything that I had on my mind about this trailer. And
You're not just saying that.
real. The hype is real, guys. And yes, we're gonna play Elden
What the
DLC on
fuck,
the channel.
dude?
obviously. So
But I'm
yes,
done.
if you're here and
I'm too
you want
tired to
see
fight. What's the
me
problem?
playing Elden Ring DLC,
I'm slipping
consider
because I'm really
subscribing.
sleepy.
And yes, I'm currently playing Dark Souls 3.
We'll
It
play
is
this for real tomorrow.
finished
You know,
soon.
like we
And
do
then
games
we're
and
gonna
stuff.
do some
We'll
Dark
play
Souls
both.
3 reactions and something fun before the
So
Elden
if
Ring
anyone
DLC comes out.
sees
And
this,
when it comes out, we're gonna dive into it so freaking fast. So freaking fast. I don't even know. I can't find words anymore. English is not
there we go.
English for me anymore.
English is not her first language, I would say. Yeah, she's from Europe, it seems. But anyway, take care. Everyone sees this. Have a good night.